So I'm back and I glued this page on and did it just like I did the other. And it was a good thing I did put the glue over the double-sided tape, the score tape, because I did get a little bit of a wrinkle, so it just allowed me to pull it up and then smooth it back down. And it was really easy to do. And that was actually the first time I've really had any wrinkling like that. So anyway, if you have it, just don't panic. Pull it up and just smooth it down again. I did put a strip of washi tape down the center just because I want to reinforce it again this time. So I do that, as I mentioned, every other page or so, or if I need something decorative. And then I put the washi tape along the side. And the one thing I did find is this makes it, well, it looks really nice on the edges, but it makes it easy to turn the pages as well. So there's that. Okay, so the next thing I would do is maybe do a little bit of embellishment. I have no idea what the week's going to hold for the most part. And so I'll just add little bits and pieces of things that I have. Now, I keep, this is just a little bit of stuff that I pulled out just to show you guys, but I keep a box of collage, and I have file folders also that have them separated by different categories. And I usually just get them cut out and ready to go. I get them from everywhere. I get them from magazines, I get them from online, from Pinterest. I will pull them from coloring books. So here's a page from the Flow coloring book, and I will color these and probably put them through. Sometimes I put them through my not Exacta, what do you call that thing? Makes it a sticker anyway. So I pull from there. This one happens to be stickers, and this is another coloring book. And those work really well, and stamps. Now, if you are feeling intimidated by all this white space, the other thing that I like to do, and I'll just do a little bit of it. So my color scheme on this one's kind of blue and green. So I pulled out, this is peacock feather, I think. And what I'll do is probably just, put a little bit of it. I love this splatter coffee thing. I'll just put a little bit of that here and there. It's easy to write over, and just like that. Just put it over, and it just kind of makes it a little bit easier to get going. It's not quite so intimidating to see a big old blank page. And let's see, I'll use a little bit of peeled paint as well. And this is just some big sequin waste, and I'll just do a little bit here and there. So you get the idea anyway. So it just helps. Okay. And then after that, I'll just start adding some of the things that I think I want to have on the week. Now, I'm going to put this on here. My birthday's on Sunday, and I turned 60. So I decided I had this bingo card, and I thought, well, I'll put that on there. So I'll just glue that down about where I think I want it. And it will still leave me, enough room to do writing or add pictures or any tip-ins that you think you might want. Because you may have noticed I have a few tip-ins in mine. And I'll just glue this one. And we'll pretty much call it good. Again, I just use my card. And I really do always decorate it in the book. I don't usually decorate it, off on the side and then paste it in the book. I just do it right in here. And I have this little thing. I have no idea where I got this, but anytime I see phrases I like or whatever, I'll go ahead and cut those out. I have a whole thing of just phrases. Okay, so for now, we'll go ahead and call that done. Oh, I do have one thing I'm going to add here, and it's a stamp. And this is a good place to use your stamps as well. And go like that. Okay, now I told you I'd give you some alternatives if you don't have, if you're not using Tangy's system. The other thing you can do is, so here would be this page, so this would be the next one. And I did do this, and some of you may have something that will allow you to put the date. I wanted to make sure I had that. But if you have some blank ones, you know, you just get 2 blank pages of paper, and this is plain old copy paper. Do the same thing, you know, put score tape on the 4 corners and glue it in. And then start just using some of the things that you might have in your magazines or around the house. So if I go back to this, where I keep some of them. So let's say I want kind of a border at the top. You could, like I said, you could use stamps, of course. So this, I don't know, this came from a magazine. Like, it's paint colors. Something like that might be cute at the top. And just put that up there. Cut it down to size. I kind of like this graphic. And I try and make sure that you leave enough room so that you can, oh, I like this too. You know, here's another good thing. If you take Paper Source, and you get the catalog, I use that all the time. I cut it up, and in fact, like this is from Paper Source. I use it, you'll probably see quite a bit of it in here, because it's great. Okay, so we were back to this. So, you know, maybe I'll use, you know, do something like that. I can turn this one over here if I want on a page. You can do it on the side like that. You have a lot of options. It's really, it's so simple. This was something, I used my Somerset. I know it's blasphemy that I cut up my magazine, my Somersets. I take the art journal and Somerset, the mixed media one, and I had so many of them that I finally decided I've got to use them because they're just sitting on the shelf. Why not put them in here? So I went in and I started cutting out some of the graphics that I liked, and I will cut them out and use them in here, and it works out great. I love it. And Real Simple Magazine has a lot of interesting graphics, you know, things like that. Here's one. This could be interesting somewhere. So use what you have. It's really simple to put together anything that you might want to do. Again, your stamps are going to work really well. Your stencils, that's just a cutout that I did. And then you can doodle. That's the other thing that I do a lot of, is I doodle. And I think it's what makes it somewhat unique. This is another thing. You see this one here? I've got one in purple. And I don't think I'll use it on this page, but definitely I could put it on here, down at the bottom, anywhere. So give it a try. I hope that was helpful. A lot of it's going to depend on your style and what you need and what you want, how much room you want. You could load it down with all kinds of graphics, or if you want to write some more, you can do that. Add pockets, whatever. Just keep in mind that things should be fairly flat. That's the one thing. So I hope that will work. If there's any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.